Hello everyone, my name is Huang Deng, a postgraduate student from Sichuan University. My supervisor is Professor Chen. Today I will share with you some of my research on password security. My thesis topic is RLPassGAN, password guessing model based on GAN with policy grading. Next, I will expand my narration from the following four aspects. First of all, I will introduce some background about password security in the first part, enumerate some existing password guessing methods, and point out their advantages and disadvantages. Then I will introduce the relevant technologies involved in this paper and explain the algorithm model in the second section. In the third part, I will demonstrate the advantages of my algorithm through experimental results. Finally, I will give a summary of this paper. In recent years, a variety of new authentication methods have been proposed, such as biometric authentication, iris recognition, graphic password, and so on. However, password authentication is still the most widely utilized method for authentication. The main reason is that the newly proposed authentication methods still faced some problems, such as high cost, difficult to use, and deployment. Therefore, password will remain the most important identity authentication method for a long time in the future. Early password guessing relied more on fancy methods to generate password dictionaries. Up to now, password guessing methods have become increasingly mature, which are mainly divided into two algorithms. One is based on probability statistics, while the other is based on deep learning. Methods based on probability statistics mainly include PCFG, Markov, and so on, while the methods based on deep learning include LSTM, PassGAN, RLPassGAN, and so on. Both of these different algorithms have their own advantages and disadvantages. The method based on probability statistics has high crack rate and short training time, but it needs a lot of prior knowledge. However, methods based on deep learning don't rely on the prior knowledge, but need a lot of time to train the model, and the crack rate is not very high. I'll go through the technology involved in the article in detail. The first is the password guessing model based on GAN. GAN-based password guessing model, PassGAN, was applied to password security research in 2019. The method trains the network to know the data distribution of the password, and then use the network to generate a guess set with the same distribution as the training set. The generator of PassGAN imitates the distribution of the password in the training process, and the task of the discriminator is to determine whether the samples generated by the generator come from the real password sets. The process of the computation makes the discriminator reveal the information about the original training set, while the generator makes full use of the information to show the distribution of the original password training set, and finally optimizes the loss function through the gradient descent method. After several iterations, the discrimination ability of the discriminator is gradually improved, and the output of the generator is closer to the distribution of the original password set. 5-layer resonance is adopted in PassGAN's generator and discriminator, and its specific model structure is shown in the right. Huang made improvements based on PassGAN in 2020 and proposed RLPassGAN, which utilized a 1-layer LSTM as a generator and can be more suitable for processing text. at the same time. The memory of the RNN is used to improve the quality of the generated samples. The specific model structure is shown in this picture. Compared with traditional methods, GAN-based password guessing methods have their advantages and that they can generate high-quality password dictionary without prior knowledge. However, they also have an obvious disadvantage that the low differentiability of discrete password data may result in the failure of the backward of gradients, so that a good model cannot be trained. Fallacy gradient is an optimization algorithm in reinforcement learning, and the random strategy gradient is adopted in our model. In the model, the basic principle is that the agent randomly generates an action in the initial state and reward based on the action generated by the environment. Then the fallacy is dynamically judged by the agent based on the reward, increasing the probability of actions receiving positive rewards or decreasing the probability of actions receiving negative rewards. In this paper, fallacy gradient is used to solve the problem of RLPassGAN gradient return in password guessing tasks, and Monte Carlo search is used to solve the problem that generate adversarial network cannot evaluate the intermediate state. The generator and discriminator of the RLPassGAN are changed from 5-layer RSNets to 1-layer LSTM, which is more suitable for processing sequence state. The network structure is shown in right. Algorithm 1 shows the steps of RLPassGAN in the training process. G-beta and G-theta correspond to the random fallacy used in generator and Monte Carlo search. We select the same parameters when initializing the two models, so they can adopt the same fallacy to generate characters at the beginning of the training. In this experiment, 3 password datasets are divided into training set and test set in a 4:1 ratio. The training set is put into 3 GAN-based methods for training to generate a guessing set, while the test set is used to match with the guessing set and calculate its cracking rate and to complete the performance comparison of 3 models. In order to test the effect of the model proposed in the paper, I conducted comparative experiments from 3 aspects of generate coverage, same-side cracking rate, and cross-side cracking rate. As a picture, no matter which dataset is tested, the guessing samples generated by RLPassGAN can cover more than 99% of the real passwords in the training set, while the guessing samples generated by models PassGAN and RLPassGAN don't cover more than 13% of the training set. A very important reason for this difference is that the discrete password data in the traditional GAN lead to the failure of the gradient backhaul of the discriminator when facing the password guessing task. However, the RLPassGAN proposed in this paper applies the fallacy gradient to solve the problem that the discrete data is not differentiated on the gradient backhaul. Thus, this model improves the quality of the generated samples. It can be seen from the experimental results that different password datasets affect the same-side cracking rate of the model, but the comprehensive performance of RLPassGAN is the best. Comparing with the cracking rate of the same time, RLPassGAN outperformed PassGAN by 16 0.4% to 84.1%. RLPassGAN can achieve a 63.1% higher cracking rate than RLPassGAN. Under the guidance of policy strategy, the RLPassGAN post in this paper can realize the sufficient training of GAN, which makes it better fit the distribution of real passwords and effectively improves the cracking rate of training attacking. In the control experiment of cross-site guessing of system from Yahoo, the cracking rate of RLPassGAN achieves 13.28% after the generation scale reached 1 million, which is 13.5% higher than that of the model with the best performance of PassGAN and RLPassGAN. In the control experiment of cross-site guessing system from Yahoo, the cracking rate of RLPassGAN can reach 15.63%, and that of PassGAN is 11.37%, while of RLPassGAN is only 8.45% with the increasing of the generating scale. The cracking rate of RLPassGAN is 37.4% higher than that of PassGAN and 64.9% higher than that of RLPassGAN. Finally, I will make a summary of the whole paper. This paper effectively improves the realization of GAN in password guessing task by combining policy gradient and PassGAN. For a long time in the future, password will still be one of the most important ways to identity authentication. So the study on password guessing has far-reaching significance for password security. In the future work, we will further study the characteristics of password and applying the personal information and the character structure in the password to GAN, so as to improve the performance of the password guessing model. That's all of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.